Hey guys, Cadenza here, and today I got kind of a special thing for you guys. So originally I was going to do, well, since I wasn't going to do a Halloween song this year, I figured I'd do a Halloween special. And so I was going to do a tutorial on how to make a Halloweenish song, but halfway through recording that, my computer thought it would be a good idea to shut down on me, so the file became corrupted, and that kind of went out the window. So instead, I kind of just I finished a song in about an hour, kind of a Halloween song, which I did do in the tutorial, and then I just kind of finished it up. But I think I'll just go over this song and show you guys how to make, how I made it really quick. And then you can have the free FLP, and you guys can, I won't like call it one of my songs. You guys can take the melody or whatever you want in the song and do whatever you want with it. So this was kind of my Halloween song that I had. I'll play it through. So that's kind of what I got. I'm not going to release it as an official song. I just made it for the purpose of making a tutorial, but since the tutorial's kind of gone now, I just figured I'd give this FLP to you and you guys could, I guess, attempt to make your own Halloween songs by learning from it, I guess. But I'm kind of, that was originally what I wanted to do, was to teach you guys kind of how to make Halloween, hands up. But I think I'll just go over this FLP, and that will suffice for a tutorial, hopefully. So I have the kick first. Pretty generic kick. It's got this, and then this isn't even working right now. That's the kick. It's in the Vengeance Dance expansion or something like that. You can use almost any hands up kick. Then I have a hi-hat. It's from the same pack. Then I have a clap. Again, just a Vengeance clap, super simple. Then I have the square lead is the first lead that comes in right here. Sounds kind of cool. It's just a Nexus preset. It's called LD squared terror. If you right click and go to search, you can find it really fast. But that it's just, I put 2 layers of it on there to make it thicker, and then there's just some EQ on it. And then actually, so then when the drop hits, it brings in 3 more leads. These were just placeholders for the melody, so these true pianos are nothing. But we have a cosmic lead, again a Nexus preset. It's in the dance leads category. It doesn't have anything on it. Buzzer lead, I think I made this, I'm not sure, but it's just a square with some pitch modulation on the LFO, and then some simple EQ. And then this fat lead, which is just a bunch of super saws and some pitch modulation. And I just thought all of these leads together kind of made it sound more Halloweenish. Then after that I have the pad. I made the pad after I made the melody and everything. I made the chords kind of following the melody and the bass line. And then I took the bass line from my previous Halloween song, The Maze. Which is how I came up with all of this, was based off this bass line. And then I made this piano as well based off the chords. Who is texting me? Okay. Why is the piano not working? That's super weird. So it kind of sounds like that. Oh, duh. And then but I based it off the chords. And then once the drop hits, you know, you have the kick, the clap, all these leads, and then the bass. And the leads are side chained. And so how I side chained it, this is one of my favorite ways to side chain. I don't use it as much anymore, but you take the kick, you link it to another track. In this case, it was this one. And so I linked it to this track, and then I put Fruity Peak controllers on here. And then once you have these peak controllers, you can edit, you know, these things here. And then what you do is you right click on any knob you want, but for sidechain you would use volume knob, obviously. Click link to controller, go to internal controller, click whichever one you want the peak of it. So I have 2 of them, you know, peak controller, which is this one, and then SL, which is that one. Either one, you'd click the peak for either one. And then you'd go to mapping formula and you'd click inverted. And then once you're all done with that, you'd click accept, and it would then, this knob or whatever knob you picked would follow the P right here. And since it's inverted, when this goes up, that goes down. Now remember that I only have 2. I have 2 of them because you can only link it to one at a time, as far as I know. And then all of these leads are going into this master lead channel, which is where it's side chained. So these are just some various uplifters that I found. There's a lot of automation with frequency or low passes. kind of get to this part where I have this Eurobeat type lead. This is one of my, I just made it real quick, or no, it's in The Maze, my old song, but it's basically 2 square waves, and then this is what makes it special, is this type of pitch modulation with the envelope filter. So you can do this with almost any synthesizer. And then I have this right here, which I think I just made it really quick. Yeah, it's just a cushion kind of. Most of this, this also you can, it's very helpful in many different types of songs. Especially Hands Up though, if you don't have a chord type lead, it can help cushion the like drop if you don't have a bunch of leads going. Oh, and then what I did here with the square lead, oops, is the filter mod cut off, so I just kind of, you move it around, then you go to Tools, Last Tweaked, and then create Automation Clip. So that's kind of this FLP. As for mixing goes, there's really not much. But that's because it's kind of simple. And this project I've spent like, what, 2 hours on it. So, sorry the tutorial didn't really work out. But I hope you can still learn something from this, and then you can use the melodies in here if you want to make your own Halloween tune. I highly encourage it. If you make your own Halloween tune, I'd love to hear it. Send me an email, send it to me on SoundCloud. I'll listen to it. If you want feedback, I can give you feedback or whatnot. But yeah. Oh, and then I wanted to talk about the melody a bit. So the melody, how to get, if you want to make your own Hands Up or like Halloweenish Hands Up melody. I'm not very musically theory, I'm not very good at the music theory behind it, but the easiest way I can think of how to do it would be to get a bass line that kind of sounds Halloweenish, kind of like this. Or something along those lines, and then you can find that from an already existing Halloween song. You can take this one, you can take it from, like, I don't know, just look up Halloween Hands Up or something, and then from that you build the melody, and what the melody, if it centers around these intervals where it's only a semitone, I find that will make it sound more Halloweenish. But it's really the bass line and the progression of the melody. But that's kind of more advanced stuff. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful a little bit. I'll give away the FLP for free. It should be in the description. And then maybe an MP3 download of this song if you guys like it. But I hope you learned at least a little bit. And you can apply what you learned in your future productions. So, subscribe, comment, and like for more great music.